The Oval Office stood witness to a strained meeting of allies on February 28, 2025. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy met with former U.S. President Donald Trump. The meeting's primary objective was clear: to solidify a U.S.-Ukraine economic partnership. At the heart of this partnership lay a proposed minerals deal. This deal, as envisioned by the Trump administration, promised a twofold benefit. It would provide a much-needed economic boost to Ukraine, still grappling with the effects of the ongoing conflict. Simultaneously, it would serve as an implicit security guarantee from the United States. The deal, however, quickly became a point of contention. Zelenskyy, having traveled from a nation embroiled in conflict, arrived with a different set of priorities. He sought more than economic support. He sought concrete assurances of security. The minerals deal, while welcomed, was not a substitute for a firm commitment from the U.S. on the security front. This difference in priorities laid the groundwork for the tensions that were to follow. The meeting, intended to bolster the U.S.-Ukraine partnership, quickly devolved into a heated exchange. Zelenskyy, defying the council of U.S. officials, pressed Trump for explicit security guarantees. The U.S. delegation, however, preferred to defer these discussions, focusing instead on the economic partnership. This difference in approach immediately created a rift in the room. Adding fuel to the fire, Zelenskyy voiced his concerns over the approach to peace negotiations with Russia advocated by Vice President Mike Pence, who was also present at the meeting. Zelenskyy, drawing upon his nation's experience with Russian aggression since 2014, expressed skepticism over Pence's strategy. He argued for a firmer stance against Russia, emphasizing the need to address their history of broken promises and continued aggression. Pence perceived Zelenskyy's comments as a personal affront, further escalating the tension in the room. What began as a meeting with the intention of strengthening ties between the two nations had transformed into a platform for disagreement and discord. The clash over security guarantees and the approach to peace talks with Russia created a chasm between the two leaders. As tensions flared, former President Trump, known for his direct and often abrasive style, accused Zelenskyy of being ungrateful for U.S. support. He went so far as to claim that the Ukrainian president was gambling with World War III. This accusation, delivered with Trump's characteristic bluntness, shocked the room. Zelenskyy, visibly taken aback by the accusation, attempted to express his gratitude for U.S. support. His attempts, however, were met with interruptions from Trump, further fueling the tension. This breakdown in communication, characterized by accusations and interruptions, effectively silenced any possibility of productive dialogue. Recognizing the meeting had gone irrevocably off course, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Secretary of State Marco Rubio intervened. They swiftly escorted the Ukrainian delegation out of the Oval Office, bringing the meeting to an abrupt and unceremonious end. The planned press conference intended to showcase a united front was immediately canceled. The abrupt conclusion of the meeting reverberated through the media, sparking a flurry of reactions. Trump, in characteristic fashion, took to social media. He publicly criticized Zelenskyy, stating that the Ukrainian leader was not ready for peace and condemning his negative remarks about Putin. Zelenskyy, in a televised interview on Fox News, countered Trump's accusations. He emphasized his commitment to a just and lasting peace, invoking the words of Ronald Reagan. He expressed regret that the private exchange had become public, but stood firm in his belief that Ukraine deserved a genuine peace, not a forced surrender. Adding further complexity to the situation, it was revealed that a reporter from the Russian state media outlet TASS had briefly gained unauthorized access to the Oval Office during the meeting. This security breach, while brief, raised serious concerns about information control and access within the White House. The White House Correspondents Association faced immediate backlash, with Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announcing that the White House would assume direct control of media access to the Oval Office. In the wake of this tumultuous meeting, the future of U.S.-Ukraine relations hangs precariously in the balance. The proposed minerals deal, once a symbol of potential cooperation, now represents the uncertainty that plagues the relationship. Trump, while still expressing interest in the economic benefits of the deal, has shown no indication of seeking immediate reconciliation with Zelenskyy. Zelenskyy, for his part, remains committed to securing a just peace for Ukraine. He departed Washington for the United Kingdom, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and simmering tensions. The meeting, intended to solidify the US-Ukraine partnership, has instead exposed the deep fissures that threaten to divide them. The international community watches with bated breath, uncertain of the future. European leaders, including French President Emmanuel Macron and EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas, have reaffirmed their unwavering support for Ukraine. They have called for increased backing of Ukraine, both economically and militarily, in the face of ongoing Russian aggression. The future of US-Ukraine relations remains uncertain, a casualty of the heated exchange in the Oval Office.